Here is the new Callaway Paradym AI Smoke, and I'm probably missing something, but it's a driver. A few drivers, actually. Now, I actually got a chance to see this a few weeks ago when I was in California. Went to Callaway headquarters, gave it a bash on the range, got to get my kind of first look and impressions of it, and I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed that the word AI is on a driver. I'm so sick of AI. AI is going to write you your essay. AI is going to design your website. AI is going to take your photos for you. Just kind of had enough of AI. However, if you can get past the name, which I can, and I will, we actually have something fairly interesting here from a design perspective. It is a carbon fiber heavy driver. Whether or not you care about the forged carbon fiber on the sole is up to you. A lot of carbon fiber so that they can move weight around the head. Now, they have actually given us an adjustable head again, which is kind of nice. That is the Max model. The Triple Diamond model is adjustable, but only front to back. It's the low spin model. And then obviously you have a Max D model, which the weight is actually just fixed in the back. You have a little bit of internal weighting there. But when it comes to this driver in particular, I think it's actually the driver face itself where the most interesting things are going on. AI design, machine learning design, whatever you want to call it, using data inputted to design, basically just different face thicknesses. How do strikes react to different parts of the face, high in the toe, low in the face, in the heel, in the areas that golfers of various levels tend to hit it. So what Callaway is saying is based on how these face thicknesses have been designed and how they've kind of moved that around different places of the face, they're actually able to make a toe strike have less hook spin and a heel strike have less slice spin. And that's a pretty interesting concept. Obviously, TaylorMade has their twist face, which, to be honest, does actually work quite well. Whether or not Callaway's achieved that with this, we're about to find out. But on the surface, on paper, it actually is pretty interesting. Oh, hello. Ooh, speedy. Dude, what the hell? Don't see that very often. A couple of 180s to start us off. Tell you what, it feels good. It feels very good off the face. I've got a hell of an echo in this building, and it sounds pretty good. Jeez. I mean, that's low in the face too, but there's some serious speed going on here. Ooh. Another quick one. That's it better. Holy moly. Okay. Wow. Toed that bad. 18 millimeters in the toe. Guess the machines learned about that one too. Now I will say when it came to last year's driver with the sole plate on the Paradym, I really kind of liked that forged carbon look. I don't really know that it did anything performance-wise. I did think it was quite a cool aesthetic feature. I don't know that it looks as good in this gray color. I think that sort of dark, deep navy with the gold accents, the forged carbon was actually kind of cool. In this kind of light gray color with the sort of white and blue font and weights, not really as much my style as last year's. That is murdered. I mean, I really don't like the name, but I can't argue with the numbers. Good Lord on moly, what? No, come on, 185. This is silly. I think the crown has gotten a little bit better looking. I think it's a little bit simpler. They have still gone with sort of the two-tone, call it paint job. The full carbon fiber is most of the head, but then the front kind of top line is just sort of this satin metal finish. It didn't strike that great, but it's just really quite forgiving. Usually the triple diamond head is a bit of a nightmare for me. Now, I am definitely swinging better this year than last time I would have tried a triple diamond, but high strike, toe strike, spin didn't drop to hell, ball stayed in the air, stayed in the fairway. It's also a toe strike. Maybe that AI does work and is even better. It was more of a toe strike and somehow is a better shot. It's low in the face. I mean, man. Now, I did mention there are 3 different heads. Today's video, I'm just going to be trying the triple diamond model. That is the one that I have an initial batch of drivers that I just got actually for fittings at the shop that is in a 9-degree loft. I do have the Max and the Max D. They're a little bit too high lofted. I want to give them a proper test. So once I get those in a lower loft, I will give them a hit as well. But for today, let's just say the highest ball speed, longest drives are going to come from the triple diamond model anyway, for me personally. That's a bomb. Didn't strike it well. Ball speed went down a little bit, but launch went way up. Spin went, I mean, that's stupid. Ball speed's silly. It's 182. Launch and spin are good. I would say I tended to be a little low in the face, just the way that probably my swing or maybe a different shaft would help me a little bit with that strike point, but let's just say these are in pretty good order. All right, so I have engaged stupid mode. Loft is down, weight is forward. The numbers I got before were good. I'm just going to show you what happens when you put this thing in kind of the longest drive possible mode. Let's see if we can, I mean, I know the spin will be lower. Let's see if we can get a little bit more speed too. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I left the face open a bit and it was still quick. Okay. Ooh. That's a little better. Jeez. Yeah, that spin's getting low, as it should, as it should. This will be one of the lowest spin drivers of the year, because it usually is. Usually a triple diamond lofted down with the weight forward, I can, for me, barely keep it in the air. And if someone's a high spin player, you can usually actually get them some pretty good numbers. It's a little in the heel. Man, oh man. Okie dokie. Whew. 184. Wow. Oh, that's hammered. Oh boy. This is wild. I mean, this is not an auto flex in here. This is not me reaching back past parallel, and 90% of shots are in the 180s. I mean, it's fast. I'm actually hitting it pretty straight too. I don't know what that ghost trace is. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's the previous drive. That's kind of cool. Okay, I can swing no better than that. Oh, 185.3. I will be ending on that. Pretty sure in my first session with a driver and a stock shaft, I have never seen numbers quite like that. Let's start just by looking at that last swing. That was with triple diamond, lofted down, and the weight all the way forward. Just over 10 launch, low 2000 spin, 185.3 miles an hour ball speed. That is high. That is definitely high. Kept the peak under 100, but that's a lot of carry. 331 carry, 356 total. I don't see how I would hit it much further without something that's set up a little bit more like long drive. So like an auto flex shaft built long, you know, somehow an even lower lofted version of this. I don't know if they make an 8 in left hand, but if they did, or even more weight forward, I don't know how else I would hit it any further than this. I mean, 331 in the air is just, it's about as far as I can do it. So let's call this kind of my initial test. I have just taken one of the stock shafts. It's a Project X Denali, 60 gram, 6.5. I have messed with a couple settings, but let's just say I haven't gotten too crazy with it. And this is just one of the heads. I mean, what do I think? I really don't love the name. I don't love the sole plate, how it looks. I don't think I'm a huge fan of the color scheme. It looks good from a dress. The shape is really nice. It feels really good. It sounds really good. And I mean, the ball speeds are nuts. And the forgiveness for what is their low spin, non-forgiving head, actually thought was pretty good. Mixed in quite a few odd strikes, as you saw, some toes, some heels, some low strikes. The ball speed numbers were insane. I mean, the last like 10 shots I hit with, more than 10 shots, I hit with the second setup there, every single ball was over 180. I don't think I've ever been able to do that. So I'm definitely swinging better this year than when I tested drivers in the last couple of years, but even with that being said, I would say I am pleasantly surprised.
So there you have it, the initial test of the Callaway AI Smoke Paradym driver. More testing coming soon, head-to-heads, different models, different shafts, right here.